What is going on, everybody? DJ Minds here. So look, this video is not sponsored. I paid full price for this product. I've never been sent this. I have no affiliation with DIMO, so I don't really care if you buy it or not. One really cool thing is, though, if you do choose to buy it, they have like this little code you can use of mine, and you get 50 DIMO and I get 50 DIMO. Again, that's not like a link or anything. It's just a silly little code. So it ends up being like 12 bucks for each of us. So it's pretty cool actually. But I'm constantly asked about this, man. What is the difference between the Hive Mapper, because everybody and their mother has been sent these for free and doing videos on them, but nobody is really talking about DIMO. It's this little device right here, and it's pretty cool, man. I'm sorry the angle is bad, but like I said, this video is not sponsored, so I'm not going to make a high quality video for no reason. So, but I really care about helping you guys out, man, and just telling you the pros and cons. So let's talk about the first thing that I love about DIMO. The first thing I love about DIMO is probably the best thing about DIMO is once you've plugged it in, you scan it, and I actually had to do a manual one for this car over here, my wife's Hyundai. That's it. You are literally done, dude. Like, you're done for life. And I know it sounds crazy, right? Like, what do you mean? Like so the Hive Mapper, you always have to turn it on. You know, you got to let the pictures go through. And to be honest with you, if you don't live in a city, like for the Hive Mapper, it doesn't really pay that well. It pays okay. I'm not saying it's bad, but compared to the DIMO, I mean, it's a nothing burger. Like, DIMO has been extremely profitable. Like I said, the first one that I paid for was $400 out of my own money, and that paid itself off in 6 weeks. Let that sink in. 6 weeks. Like, that's unheard of, man. Especially in the middle of a bear market. Like, that's crazy to think about. Now, to be fair, full disclosure, I did get lucky. It actually went on to Coinbase, so everything 2x'd. So I don't really think that you should come into it saying I'm going to get my money back in 6 weeks, because Coinbase isn't, it's not going to be back on Coinbase that quick again, obviously, right? Like, something like that probably won't happen for you. So let's 2x. Let's say 12 weeks. Like, that's crazy. 12 weeks. We're not even talking about months at this point. And these things are paying themselves off at today's market. So one other thing that I think is really interesting with DIMO is they have a level system. So what I mean by that is the longer you use this product, the more you'll get paid, right? So you start off level 1 and the rewards are pretty good. I make about $25 off my wife's car. Like I said, I liked it so much and it paid itself off in 6 weeks flat that I bought another one. And so now I got 2 of these bad boys, man. And it's already 50% paid off just between both of my cars. So this car, I know I'm kind of all over the place. This car's level 2. So if you look at the chart, you can Google this on your own. Level 1's like here, right? Like, you earn okay. I'd say like 20 to 25 bucks at the current making of this video a week. It was 50 bucks, but crypto's been going down. I'm sure it'll go back up. So we'll call it 20, 25 bucks. Level 2 is slightly up, and level 3 goes like this. Like, look it up. Check this out on Google, man. Level 1, level 2, similar. Level 3 goes crazy, and level 4 is wild. And so how you get your level system up is simply for having it online. And like I said, there's no maintenance to it, dude. You literally plug it in, and you're done. And then you just wait. I want to say it's 3 or 4 weeks to hit level 2. And then I'm still waiting on level 3. I'm about 9 weeks out after that. But the thing is, if you get in early on it, and I know this sounds kind of weird, right? Like, get in early, right? But it's actually true. The sooner you get in, right, the sooner you'll level up and the more yields you'll make. And I think this is a really cool feature because you're basically rewarded for being loyal. And I'm excited, man. Like, if I'm making 25 bucks a car, right, every week, that's not every month, that's every week, right, at this rate. And again, it used to be about $50 a week, but Bitcoin went down. That's a lot of money, man, just for level 1 and level 2. Like, imagine, it's 50 bucks between the two right now, roughly, right? So, dude, that's insane. That is absolutely insane. That means, like, you're paying a device off every single month if you have multiple cars. Like, that's crazy, dude. And nobody's talking about it. Now, one thing I do want to mention, and one of my friends, Patrick Guyan, you guys probably know him. He's pretty well known in the YouTube community. He has mentioned this, and while I don't think it will happen, I still think we need to talk about it. Anything going into your OB2, whatever the heck it is, potentially could be dangerous. That's what he says. He's a trustworthy guy, and I do believe him. Now, it is a felony for them to do that, but just understand, yeah, in theory, I guess they could control your vehicle. They've made announcements. DIMO has made announcements that is not possible, that will not happen, that people are just kind of overstating that and, just getting a little bit paranoid. I don't know. I'm choosing to think Yeah, sure. I guess it could happen. I don't think it will happen. And that's kind of what I'm going with now. So that's just full disclosure there. Now, some of the bad things. Let's go over here. Let me pause this real quick. Depending on the type of car that you have, like I said, my car was pretty good, right? I could fit this little line here through it just fine on my Ford Fusion, but on my wife's car, on the Hyundai, I simply can't put this back on. So it's really annoying. One of my friends that got these can't do it as well. So the tape here that they give you is straight dog shit. I mean, dude, as soon as I put this on, it was a brand new, it fell off immediately. And my other car lasted maybe a week, but this car, it doesn't stick to this car at all. Immediately falls. So I tried out this, and that didn't work out too well. So I am going to get some zip ties. I saw somebody do that. So you are, depending on your car, depending on your type of car, you're going to have to hang it just like this or something similar. Now, Max Voltage did something very intelligent. He got this piece that was longer, and he says he runs it down the side. I haven't seen him actually do it, but he told me about it. He runs it down the side and puts it like maybe in here, or, you know, you could be creative of where you're actually placing it. So that way your leg isn't just kicking it, or, you know what I mean? It's pretty smart to do, and I think you should at least plan that depending on the type of cover that you have there for your dymo. Another major con for me is trying to sell your dymo. It is quite annoying. So it's on the Polygon network. Now, someone like me has never used Polygon. It's very unusual for me, obviously, because I've never used it. So it's not like traditional crypto, because that's what we're doing in a way. Is we're earning crypto, but really we're earning tokens when you're getting involved with a lot of these car projects like HiveMap or, you know, and also like Dymo. You're gonna have to swap it. So it is kind of annoying. No, it's not kind of annoying. It is annoying. I'll be honest with you. However, I think it's so much money. And like I said, I got my $400 back in 6 weeks. Yeah, was it a little annoying the first time? Yeah, sure. But can I do it the second time? No problem. You're gonna have to get something called Matic, which I guess is, you know, native to Polygon. So if you've used Polygon network before, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's super easy for you. As someone, I'll say there's a small learning curve the first time you do it to get paid. But after that, I mean, it makes sense. It links directly to your MetaMask or to your Polygon, wherever wallet that you want to use. So that was definitely like a little annoying. However, dude, if you can get, you know, $200 to $400 and you have to be annoyed for a few minutes or 10 minutes, hey, I think that's a pretty good deal. Now, again, back to the cons. This is more profitable than any ASIC that I own. This is more profitable than any graphics card that I own. I actually just turned off pretty much everything as of yesterday because my electric bill was $1,100. That's not even including the ASICs that I have getting hosted. These two machines, like I said, are making about $200 per month. I mean, that's crazy. And it used to be $400 when Bitcoin was closer to 30,000. So if you think that Bitcoin's going to ever go up past 30,000, which I definitely do, I can't guarantee you that this price will go up, but it seems kind of like a no-brainer that it will run with crypto going up. So me personally, after I get both the money for both of my dymos, what am I going to do? Because I think the best thing to do is to take your money for the device, right? That way you have no skin in the game and everything after that is profitable. That's what I'm choosing to do. But after I get another $200 to pay off this one, then all I'm going to do is let it ride and just kind of hodl. Or maybe I'll buy a third one and a fourth one and a fifth one and a sixth one, right? There's a lot of potential. I have to kind of work that out with some of my friends. But dude, if you got like a fleet of these, which if you buy 3 of them, then they're only cost $300 a pop. And I think right now, at the making of this video, they're about $350. Like, what GPU can you buy? Just the GPU, and then all of a sudden be profitable. You know, you don't have to buy the motherboard. You have to buy any of that stuff, dude. $300, maybe $350, depending on how many you buy, plus shipping, and you're done. You don't have to do anything to it, and you're making way more money than my $100,000 operation here. Like, that is crazy. That is crazy to think about. And so for me, I think it makes a lot of sense getting involved in Dymo. There is that small risk that potentially, which again, it is a felony for them to do, but I guess some bad actor out there in the world, it is potential, could steal your data, steal your car, or whatever. And I actually didn't even talk about what Dymo actually does. Now, again, I haven't looked into it that much, admittedly, because I don't need to, right? I just like making money. That's the bottom line. But basically what they're doing is they're selling your data. Like how HiveMapper sells data of the pictures that you're taking, DIMO is selling your data from cars that are 2012 and newer. I've heard that that's been downgraded to 2010 and newer cars. So be warned, look into it before buying, make sure that it supports your car, but you probably will. But just be warned on that it has to be a fairly newish, last like 10, 11 years car. But basically they're selling the data. Like, what does a Ford Fusion do in North Dakota? Or how does it perform versus a Ford Fusion in Tampa, Florida, right? The elevation, the gas mileage stuff. There's a lot of companies that are paying big dollars for that information of just knowing particular brands, a Mustang and stuff. So I think that's really interesting. Now, to my knowledge, you're not getting paid more because of the type of car that you have. You're simply getting paid for being on the network. And one major difference between this and the Hive Mapper is, guess how often you have to be online? Or I'm sorry, guess how many miles you have to drive? 0. You have to drive 0 miles. I have literally let my cars sit in my garage, and then you have to drive. I've heard it's 1 block, but I do at least 1 mile per week. I just do 1 mile. That way you'll be connected on the network and you'll get your streak reward or whatever it is. That's it, dude. You don't have to, turn it on all the time. You don't have to go anywhere. Leave it plugged in, by the way. But you see what I'm saying? There's no maintenance to it. Like, you literally just have to drive, they say, 1 or 2 blocks and you're done. That's it for the whole week, and you'll still get paid. It doesn't matter if you drive farther or further, or if you drive shorter. It doesn't, meet that quota of like a block or 2. Just do a mile to be safe, but it doesn't matter. There's no benefit for driving from here to Florida and having a DIMO. That's not how it works. And I think that's like the best part, because someone like me, I don't drive far. I stay at home, I play on the computer, and I go to the store and to my job, and that's it, right? So Hive Mapper for a lot of people is not going to be the best choice. I would definitely say for everyone in every situation, almost every situation, DIMO is going to be more profitable. There is no comparison. I'm sorry, there is no comparison because you're gonna have to pay for gas when you're out there driving. Unless you're going cross country or you're like a trucker, I can't see any way that the Hive Mapper is a better choice. So I think I've rambled enough. Again, if you use that code, it's not like a real official code. Anybody could get the same code that I'm talking about. You'll get 50 DIMO. I'll get 50 DIMO. I think you have to use it before you download it or whatever. Love you guys. Peace.